name is Gio, and this is my 1990 Mazda Miata.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
The car has pretty much bolt-ons and a turbo. It's coilovers, turbo, bucket seats, roll bar, aftermarket wheels, and steering wheel. All the basic mods that you do on the outside of the car. Plus, I added a turbo on it. It's only 85, 1000cc injectors. It makes probably like 250 horsepower.
What's the displacement?
It's a 1.6. To be honest, I used to watch Hacker Garage when I was like 17 years old. And one day my brother found this car in the marketplace. And he told me, hey, there's a guy trading a Mazda Miata for any car. So I traded my 2001 Hyundai Tiburon plus $600 for this Mazda Miata. I drove all the way down to Springfield, Illinois. It was around a 3.5-hour drive. And the guy was super sketchy. He just told me, hey, go ahead, drive the car real quick because I have to go. And so I drove the car around the block. I was excited, it was a Miata. I gave him the $600. I drove it like 10 minutes on the road. All the lug nuts were loose. So the wheels were about to fall off. So I pulled over to a gas station to see if I had a wrench in the trunk. And when I went to open the trunk, the key snapped in the trunk. So I think it was a Sunday or a Saturday. It was super late. It was around like 6, 7 o'clock. And luckily there was a mom and pop shop that do keys. And I took an Uber there, it was like 20 minutes. I got a key made and I had to drive back, open the trunk to realize there was nothing in the trunk to tighten the wheels. So I ended up walking down the street to a small engine shop. They let me borrow a breaker bar. And luckily I was able to get all the wheels tight. And I drove 3.5 hours back home. It made it, it was reliable. It was like a 10-hour journey just to get this car.
How many miles were on it when you bought it?
When I bought the car, I just saw it actually a couple days ago. It's 195,000 miles.
And now?
It has 203,000 miles in the past 6 years. So I always wanted, it was either Miata or a 240. The car was a little too small and I always thought it was just tiny. Like I said, I used to watch Hacker Garage and Cam used to have a 240 and I always wanted a 240. I ended up getting my 1991 240. When I first bought the car, I drove everything for a year and then I ended up turboing it. 5 years ago, I started drifting, so my very first time drifting was in this car. It was turbo, but other than that, it was bone stock. Had a VLSD, stock angle, no handbrake or nothing. That's how I learned how to drift, and after I was comfortable enough, I ended up buying my 240. Probably that is turbo, to be honest. These cars are super slow from factory. They make 90 horsepower, and making around 250 now, it's way better than 90 horsepower. Yeah. My least favorite thing is the paint. The paint job is really old, and I sanded it down myself, and I had my body painted. But I mean, I've scratched it, I've hit a curb. First time I met Adam, I actually hit a curb and the other side, the paint's all cracked. So my least favorite thing is the paint job. I'd say around 250. Like I said, 2016 injectors, E85 on 15 pounds, and she moves.
What turbo is it?
It's a DSM 16G turbo. I want to paint it this year. Hopefully I have enough time to get it. I'll sand it down and paint it. I want to make it clean. I want to make it enjoyable because right now there's a bunch of miscellaneous interior parts missing, and I just want to sit in the car and feel good about it. Like right now I just drive the car and I feel like it's rattling everywhere. It's making a bunch of noises, doesn't look good. My plan is to make it look exterior and interior, make it look good.
Pretty like race car-esque though, right? No AC.
Yeah,
like...
I mean, it has no AC. It has power steering. I took power steering off and I put it back in just because I hated no power steering. The only thing I took off was the AC. It still has heat and power steering. A lot of people think it's hard to turbo the Miatas. To me, it's just like a rear-wheel drive Honda. So, I mean, it's super easy to turbo. I think like anyone who's getting into cars, to be honest, they can go ahead and buy a Miata or a Honda. And those are the two easiest cars you can work on. I prefer Miata just because rear-wheel drive is more fun. Parts are cheap. It's a non-interference motor, so if you do a timing job on this car and you mess it up, you're not gonna blow the motor up because it will never interfere. And it's super simple to work on. My crazy experience would be when I blew it up. I thought I could tune it, and I had someone tune the car before, raised the boost, it was a little lean, and I started messing with it. I don't know, the car already had low compression one cylinder, so I don't know if that's what did it, or if it was me tuning it, but right after I started messing with the tune, I did a couple pulls, and one of the pulls ended up throwing a rod through the block, and it threw the third rod, which I think was just low compression and me messing with the tune, it caused it to blow up.
So, not original motor then?
Nope.
The car right now.
Now, right now it has a 70,000 mile motor that I bought from a friend, and it's super good compression, so happy about that. So from me blowing the motor, from me trying to do a 4J63 swap, and then going back to a 1.6 swap, I think I have over like 12 grand on it. Believe it or not, like little things add up real quick, especially when I sold everything and then went back and bought another motor, a whole turbo setup, ECU again. So things add up quick. I'd say probably over 12 grand, yeah.
We're in the Miata. It's a little bit loud. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me or what, but yeah, we're gonna do a pull in it, see how this thing feels. Geo over here, so yeah.
This is the car that got me into cars. My Tiburon, I was a racer. I did like far can and headers and typical 16, 17-year-old kid do with their first car. But this car I'll keep it forever. I was gonna sell it last year, but then I decided not to. I love this car too much. Even though it's rusty, it taught me a lot. It taught me how to work on cars, how to turbo cars. It's a lot of headaches it cost me, but it's a car that I'll probably keep forever. If you have a Miata turbo, it becomes so much more fun. You don't have to go out and buy a CX racing kit or a Kraken kit. You can just go make your own. You can just use the eBay intercooler, the eBay header, and like a DSM turbo, and the car will be fine. So that's what I have right now. I have an Evo intercooler, but I have eBay turbo manifold, and the car works fine. I mean, it makes power. Just don't cheap out on injectors, and don't cheap out on fuel pump and ECU. You'll be fine.
Sure. Cool. Thanks.
Yep.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, my first episode of Car Chronicles. This has been a project that I have been trying to do for the longest time. Thank you so much to Gio for allowing me to film his sick Miata. I know it takes a lot of time, so I really appreciate it, man. And on that note, if any of you guys are in the Rockford, Illinois area and have a cool car and a cool story, DM me on Instagram or hit me up on Snapchat, and maybe you can be in the next episode. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in 2024.